And then we try to do it on Fridays because the weekends can get pretty lonely, right? So loneliness is a big killer in America. If you're not married, you don't have kids, the weekends can get really, really lonely. So we want to provide that hope, that extra oomph going into that weekend. And last but not least, your attitude will determine your altitude. So here are some quick stats on our group. This is our 13th session. We have had 11 guest speakers, 13 past members. So I think Laura, you'll be our 14th past member. So congratulations. So what is a past member? Someone who's procured a job, moved on to begin better things. And that's the whole goal of this meeting, right? Provide you that hope, that accountability, give you some intel, give you some information, something you can learn from, and procure that job. And we are approximately 250 members on LinkedIn and counting. So without further ado, I want to introduce today's guest speaker. Our guest speaker is Lisa Stryker. She's a very lovely woman. She loves people. She loves helping people. So without further ado, Lisa, if you don't mind doing a small introduction of yourself, and if you can also go into answering one question that we ask all our guest members, guest speakers, can you share one piece of insider knowledge that many job seekers might not be aware of, but would find incredibly helpful in their job search?
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. Real quick, I am a mom and a wife and an overthinker. So I really worked hard to figure out what was causing all that overthinking and how to get past it. And that led me to become a coach. And I focus on helping people really understand what's holding them back so that they can build a strong leadership presence, learn to really advocate for themselves during job interviews and throughout their career so that they can gain recognition and respect and make the impact that they're really driven to make. The people I work with tend to really want to make a difference, and I love supporting them that way. The way I would answer this question, I have really thought about it since Danny invited me here, and one of the things that my clients find most powerful that I teach them is to have their own back. So one of the insider tips I would give you is to learn to have your own back through your job search and carry that throughout your career. And I'll give you the framework for that. You decide ahead of time. We'll use a job interview as an example of how you want to show up in that job interview, what you're going to do, how you're going to prepare, all the things that are in your control. Who do I want to be in this job interview? How do I want to show up? What stories do I want to tell? Get really clear on that. And make an agreement with yourself that on the other side of that job interview, you're going to celebrate every win, your courage, the way that you showed up, that you showed up the way you wanted to, and really look at every point, every win in that experience. And if there are things you want to learn from it, you treat that as a neutral evaluation. What can I learn from this? And to me, this is a real key to resilience. If you only look at the external results of everything that you do, you'll constantly be at the mercy of things that are out of your control. So that's my tip for you today. I'd love to hear from you now or later on LinkedIn or in an email what you think of that.
Thank you, Lisa. So I did share with everyone, as you all may know, I do send out every Thursday the guest speaker's email address as well as their LinkedIn profile. So feel free to connect with the guest speakers at that time. And then also after the 30-minute session, if you can stay on for a little bit, Lisa, we'll have a Q&A where the audience can ask some questions for you.
Absolutely. I'm happy to.
All right. So we'll go right into our second phase of our session. So if you can look at the chat session from last Friday, and um, if you did chat it or type in your SMART goal that you want to accomplish by this Friday, put a thumbs up or a heart symbol, or if you had written it down on your piece of paper, feel free to check mark it complete, etc. And then if you're comfortable typing in your SMART goal that you want to accomplish by next Friday. So what is a SMART goal? A SMART goal is something that is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, timely. Something that's fully in your control, right? Like getting an interview is not fully in your control, but applying to 10 jobs is in your control. Or fixing your resume or editing your resume, that's in your control. So think about that. Feel free to chat that into your team session or write it down in your handy dandy notebook, um, and hold yourself accountable for that SMART goal.